What's up, YouTube? Millennial Dividends here. Going for my portfolio update for Friday, August 22nd. You can see we're up about $941 right now. From a peak, we were up almost $1,100 about an hour ago. But you may have noticed margin used went up about $1,100 since my last video. It's because yesterday, when everything was in the red, I went ahead and bought some more positions, some of my monthly payers, O Realty, Vici, a little bit of SCHD, a quarterly payer, and then I about doubled the position in all of my weekly payers down here that I've been getting some pretty good returns on. Just keeping an eye on them for the next few weeks before I put a whole lot of money into them. But so far they haven't lost a lot NAV wise, and they've been doing pretty good payouts for the last 3 weeks. Also, if you see this large amount here for that options collateral, I also use these two options positions here for O Realty and for Vici. The premium for both of those is only about $15 together because it's only one set of 100, so one contract each. So I'll just collect that $15 in premium, and that's just me kind of getting my feet wet into the options market there, just to try to collect a little bit more on the back end so that I can beat this margin down a little bit faster than just the weekly and monthly dividends. I also am going to start contributing a little bit of my active income into bringing that margin down, still taking out that same amount of margin that I'm going to be using in relation to my portfolio size. So the actual size of the portfolio would be this margin amount plus the amount at the top here, because that's not actually calculated into what Robinhood puts at the top here. So the actual amount of the portfolio that's generating income would be that 72,000 plus about 5,000 there. So you're looking at, well, right about 78,000 is what's actually generating income. And we're going to continue with this same pattern. I'm going to dip a little bit more into messing with options, and then we'll see what everything looks like on Monday, and I'll probably double all of these weekly positions again to try to generate some more of that consistent income that we can use to keep that margin at a smaller amount. Of course, putting more money into those positions is going to increase the margin temporarily, and I'm going to bring some cash in on a weekly basis from my active income to keep that at a manageable level. But using that margin amount, I obviously couldn't put nearly $5,000 of margin into this account in 3 weeks from my active income, which is once again where margin is showing its benefit, was once the entire portfolio is big enough to start paying large chunks of that margin down every month or even every week. If you're moving these positions large enough, is when it really starts to outshine just the standard dividend reinvestment plan and then you investing your active income. So like and subscribe, and we can continue down this path and see how this plan keeps moving forward and see if it's actually more advantageous than your standard dividend reinvestment plan over the next 6 months to a year.